welcome back to my channel. So this morning, well, it's still morning, we are gonna be cleaning some chicken. I bought 20 pounds of leg and thigh, and this is what we are going to be getting into today. I have to clean and prep them. I also have seasoning to make, but we'll see how much we do here on the live today, right? So first I am going to prep, clean, cut up even some of these leg and thighs, and this is gonna be my chicken for the month, so that when it is time to pull out any chicken to cook, it is already clean. I may just need to season a few. Based on the dish that I'm cooking, I would have to adjust the seasoning to suit, but in general, this is what we're gonna be cleaning here, this big bag here, right? So stay tuned and join me with this. So this is what I would usually do to prep. This is one of my preps for the month. Once I buy chicken as a whole, this is how I prep it for the month, by usually cleaning, cutting up and storing them in bags to be used within the course of the month itself. No, I don't do that, please. Some of which I'm going to be using to bake for my husband. Some will be for stew, some might even be for curry chicken. So let's go. Don't touch that, please. No, it's just ties, so I'm just gonna be removing the guts part of it here. Make sure and cut off this piece here. We don't do that. Right, and I'm just gonna poke a few pieces, poke a few spots in it. And I have a bowl in the sink here that is just waiting for water, and I'm just gonna allow this to soak until this bowl is filled, and then I will clean it and put some vinegar, put some salt, and that is also going to remove any freshness. If you have limes or lemons on hand to clean your chicken as well, you can feel free to use that as well. I don't have limes on hand right now, so I am going to be using pure white vinegar to clean my chicken. So I'm just going to set this aside here for a while. Right. And with thighs, you want to make sure and remove this part here. Removing any excess fat, because when I bake this, the fat from the thigh tends to release a ton of oil. So if you could remove as much fat as possible, do that during the cleaning process, that is. So I'm just gonna stab a few pieces in.
That's salmon.
Shana, waking up?
Yeah.
Alright, just. And my son is waking up too. See them? Huh? So I'm just gonna take a quick pause to feed my son, and I'll be right back. You could just stay on for just a bit, and I'll be right back. Just give me 2 minutes. With the feeding process, I am going to cover myself because I am going to breastfeed, right? So this is part of how I get things done within my day. When I start to do stuff, if my son is sleeping, I try to get majority of everything's done. However, he's up right now, so let's feed him and see how that goes. 1 second. So we just have a quick break to breastfeed because my son is exclusively breastfed. If I have to pump, I will pump, but I didn't get a chance to pump this morning, so I am going to take a pause from what I'm doing to breastfeed him. So at this point, you could ask me any questions you may have about anything pertaining to my feed. So if you are new here, my name is Cherise Ogies, and on my YouTube page I show the things that I do as a wife, as a mother, and just things I do in my day-to-day basis, because I also do hair and makeup. So I will take you all along on some of the things, some of my clients that I get to do in studio, and maybe even house calls. So if you all are interested in exclusively hair and makeup type content, I do have my business page across at Vivid Beauty Hair and Makeup. You can find that across all social media platforms, but on this particular page I showcase everything that I do as a mom and as a wife. And yeah, so if you all are interested in that type of content, don't forget to subscribe and like as well. So you can tell me what part of the world you all are tuning in from. I am from Trinidad, and I basically show a lot of Trinidad dishes and recipes on my page. So I saw what I cook for my family for breakfast, for lunch, different type of lunch, options, different type of breakfast options, and also dinner. And as I said, I will also showcase what I do as a makeup artist and a hairstylist. This one, my son just turned 4 months, so I know I still have a bit in store to do. Yeah, but life has been hectic, really hectic. And he slept for quite a while. He slept from around 8 till just now he woke up. So in that time I also got to take a little nap and get myself together to do what I have to do. So today is more of like a prep day of chicken, seasoning. I even have some provision to prep, to peel and store, put into storage. Alright. I do have a recent video where I showcase how I bake my chicken when a whole chicken is concerned. So if you're interested in that, or you know someone is interested in that type of content, you can feel free to share my page with them. I also even do some food vlogs, as in where I go, what I eat. When I eat doubles, I love a doubles. Absolutely love a doubles. Right, and he's finished feeding, so now it's time to get back into cleaning that chicken. I'm just here to say hi. How are you? Right, so I'm gonna put him into his stroller right next to me in the kitchen, and then we're gonna continue with cleaning the chicken, because that is the first thing that we have on the agenda to get done this morning. I did have a client very early this morning at 6 a.m. So for those of you who missed it, you can go on my page and you can check out the live section of my page, and you will see that makeup look that we did. She was a mother of the groom who came to get her makeup done very early this morning. So I have that live in the live section, and also it's in the long form playlist of my page, so you all can feel free to check that out. And then this portion is where we are cleaning and prepping stuff for the upcoming week and month in advance. Right, so this is my coverall that I put on when I am breastfeeding out in public, or even if I'm on camera. Right, so I'm gonna just put him into his stroller, and then we'll get back into that chicken cleaning process. And he's trying to see. Right. So also, for those of you who are along the pregnancy journey, this is the baby that I just gave birth to. He's already very, very big. And his sister is here to just be with him for a bit.
My finger. My finger.
Let me see.
My baby, my finger.
Yeah, he touched your finger.
No, sit up, please.
Right, so I'm just gonna put him into his stroller, and we'll be right back.
Yes, guys.
This is my big son here.
You know my mommy. I love my mommy.
gonna just turn back the camera this way that we had it. And again, if you're all new here, welcome. Today we'll be cleaning some thighs that I have in this bag here. And this is going to be my prep for the month. I'm not sure how many thighs are in this bag, but it is 20 pounds of thighs that I purchased. And I'm just prepping that, and this is going to be my prep, my meal prep for the month, my meat prep for the month. So I'm also going to be cutting off any excess fat that the thigh has, as well as the guts behind here. And I have a bowl with water first in the sink. Right, and I'm just gonna poke some holes into it. I'm not removing the skins because when I'm baking it, I like the skin. The skin adds a nice flavor, you could see, to the baked chicken. And so just cutting off any excess fat, and as I said, removing the guts from behind here. How do you clean your meats where you are from? For here, we use a combination of things, from vinegar to flour to lime to lemon. It's very rainy outside. And even salt as a combination. Let I give that to Michael, please. And I have my bowl here. This is to collect any extra guts and stuff that we'll be removing from the chicken. Skin, fat. Here, and you want to remove all this fat that we have here. It's not healthy.
Don't sit down now.
Not going to be doing any cooking of them today. It's just about prepping them to make them much easier to cook for us within the week itself. see how much thighs that we get cleaned and cut up. Always removing the excess amount of fat first. This part of the thigh here. And the gut spot behind here. And just like before, sticking some holes through them. A lot of greens here. Purchased these chickens yesterday, so I left them to thaw out, so they have to be cleaned. They must be cleaned today in order to be stored and put away. So again, if you all are new here, my name is Cherise. If you have not been subscribed to my page, you all can feel free to hit that subscribe button. It will be greatly appreciated. You could also probably share my page and my content to anyone else who may be interested in this type of content. I show meal prep, how I meal prep my stuff to cook, cooking recipes, as well as what I do for work, which is doing hair and makeup. So I even showed some of my clients the process that I undertake with them. Again, I'm cleaning some thighs here, so I'm just removing all the excess fat from them. This could be approximately 30 to 40 ties in this bag here. I'm not sure. It just said 20-pound bag of thighs. So yeah, so I'm not sure what the count is. I have no idea how much I've cleaned thus far. But it is going to help me in the long run, so it's something that I need to do. where meal prep is concerned, because if I pack away clean thighs versus thighs that still need to be cleaned, it's going to be a much more difficult process, or a much more lengthy process, I should say, because then I have to take out some, tow it out, or take back out the whole bag, tow it out, and that is you running the risk of spoiling your meats by constantly taking them out and towing them out. Hi. How are you? Right, and my children are in the background, so if you do hear lots of voices, they are here in the big kitchen with me. Right. We have a big piece of pie here. Do you have on the video? Just punching some holes into the thighs, and this is gonna make it much easier for when we put the vinegar in. It's going to soak in the thighs and remove all that freshness. Yeah, up in the freezer. Our first bowl is almost filled, so I'm just probably gonna do 2 more before I actually start to clean this batch of thighs, like put in vinegar and salt to clean it. And remove any excess fat. I'm going to do 1 more to put in this bag, and then wash out the bowl and add some vinegar to it and allow it just to marinate just a little bit with the vinegar, and that is going to remove the freshness from the chicken for us. Right. So our first bowl is filled, so I'm just going to throw out everything for a minute. Add some water and just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So I'm gonna clean one more to make it 20. Before I add in the vinegar. Okay. Some of that water because we want to still have some space to put the vinegar. So I'm going to use some vinegar from Chef Mate and just leave that to marinate a little. Mixing it up just a bit, and then we're gonna set this aside and we'll clean it up evenly. Right, I'm gonna check in with my son and see how he's doing. So we have the big boy here and making all that noise. Say hi. And he just woke up, so he's a mommy's guy. He wants all of my attention. Say hello. How are you? So he may not be going back to sleep right now. So we're gonna play with him a bit and come back. So for those of you who would have tuned in earlier on in this live, what I was doing is basically cleaning some chicken to prep for the month, and that prep is gonna take me, I'm not sure how long, but it is beneficial for prepping what I need to prep for the month. So in cooking for the month for my family, it is much easier to do so. Alright, especially when meals are concerned, because if I prep my meat now, it makes it much easier to cook and sort through for the meals for the month. So I did purchase 20 pounds of thighs yesterday and allowed it to thaw, so it is thawed out and ready to be cleaned and seasoned today. I still have seasoning to make, but our guy here is up at the moment, so we have to go play with him and give him some attention. Yeah, so we have to go play with him for a bit, and we'll be right back. So thank you so much for tuning in, and if you all are interested in seeing much more of this, be sure to like, comment and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate your presence here in joining our little community that we have formed. Thank you all so very much. Bye. We'll be right back, probably next half an hour. So look out for that notification, and how you're gonna get that notification? By subscribing. Bye.